What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this Team and Scheme series part 19. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So we are in the 49ers offensive playbook. Again, we're in the 49ers offensive playbook. Now, as you can see, the formation we'll talk about is gun split close. Now, as you guys know, it's not as good as it was in Madden 21, but it's actually still pretty good in Madden 22. They did take a lot of plays out, but the plays that they still have in here are really great, and I'm gonna show you that in this video. Now, I decided to use the Cowboys with this particular scheme, and the reason why is because they have two great running backs. So they have Zeke, which is he's still pretty good, and we also have Tony Pollard, who is of course extremely fast on here, and we also have two great receivers, and we have three great receivers. Excuse me, can't talk today. We have three great receivers, and we also have a great offensive line. So I think by far it's a really fun formation to run with the Cowboys. Now, what I like to do is put Amari Cooper in this spot right here, just so we can actually utilize outside apprentice with him, because there's a couple variations. There's a couple things I like to do with him. But without further ado, man, let's go on and dive into this. So actually, real quick, before I want to say that the gameplay is only going to be about like 4 minutes long, so I'm gonna spend a lot of time in practice mode kind of going over some things with this offense, and then I'll show you the gameplay because my opponent did quit out pretty early, but we got two solid drives of offense in that I'll be able to show you using some of these schemes, well, some of these setups that you're about to see me use. So anyways, let's go on and dive into this. So as far as audibles go, you could do it stock. This is how it comes stock with audibles. Now I'm gonna go over pretty much all these plays right here: slot curl, halfback wheel. Well, actually, I might not go over slot curl because actually we'll go over. I'll show you how I like to use it. But anyways, slot curl, power roll, which I'm not really gonna show, halfback wheel, and PAF slide. So they have power roll and inside zone, which is why I like it, because we can let Zeke run the ball, or you can let Tony Pollard run the ball. It's up to you. Now, wide receiver corner, I'm not too much of a fan of it. Don't really like it as much. I don't really feel like it's that good. I know a lot of people run it, but I don't really like it personally. So what I'm going to do is actually come out in Z spot. So for defense, I already set it up here. So we're going to have just some garbage D line in, so I can have a tiny bit of time in the pocket. We put two, pretty fast safeties at linebacker. And of course, we have speed all around. So I just like to show it just in case you guys know. So we're going to come out in cover 3. Now, this is Z spot right here. Now, one thing I like to do, which I'll go ahead and mention, is for this setup, I like to do like a flood kind of concept. So I'll take a square, motion them out. I'll put them on a post, and I'll actually come back and bring them in, and then I'll smart route his route to make it a little bit, skinnier of a post. And from here, I'll take circle, put him on a streak. I'll smart route X's route to make it ran deeper, and I'll take triangle and put him on a curl. Now you might be saying, "Real, you could have just simply went to, halfback wheel. They have the post route. You could have just put circle on a streak, triangle on, a hitch route. You could have had the same thing." Now, you can do it this way, but if they play man coverage, then this route right here is not a man-beating corner route. So notice how it's kind of like slanted up the field, which I'll go ahead and just kind of explain that to you right here. So let's go to man coverage real quick. And I just want to show you why, I would prefer this one. So if it's man coverage, for sure, I normally like to take circle, put them on a slant, triangle on the swing route. If I know for a fact it's man coverage, then I like to motion and snap the ball. Now I want you to watch X. Now notice how he just doesn't really get a win animation. Notice how he kind of just sticks his foot in the ground. Like I said, he doesn't win, and that's because it's more of a zone beating corner route with that one. Now this X, on Z spot, notice how this one's breaking kind of hard, so let's motion them out, and let's just do literally the same exact setup. So we're gonna make it look like the same thing, but we're doing it out of Z spot. So notice how it pretty much looks the same. You want to take X and still smart route him, and let's go back to man coverage, and then I'm just gonna spy this guy right here so I can actually get outside the pocket. And I just want you to see. So we're gonna take this slant, motion it across, and then now watch what happens here. Watch how he's gonna of course he's gonna get absolutely bagged right there, but in game, normally that guy's going to get separation because it is a man-beating corner route. So notice how this one is ran this way. Now take a look at the halfback wheel one. Notice how this one's like angled more up the field, if you could look at that. So let's reset it. And now look at this one's kind of breaking towards the sideline. So under normal circumstances, this one is a man-beating corner route. They're going to give you like a little man. It's going to give you more separation versus man. So just trust me, just use that one. So that's one setup that I do love. Now, you could definitely run halfback wheel if you want to do. If you know they're playing zone, you could do this setup right here, and then just take this guy, motion him out, and then you basically just gonna have, of course, your typical flood route concept. And also you can bomb cover 3 out of this, but when you run that setup, you want to make sure you have your 2 receivers to the wide side of the field, so you can actually get more separation for that corner route. So basically, you want to run it this way. If you wanted to attack zone coverage, you just simply run it on this hash mark. Now, one thing I did want to say is that you actually can bomb cover 3 out of this. So all you need to do is I want to actually move the ball back to the middle. I think it works a little better if it's in the middle. You can still definitely use it on the left hash, but I think it works a little better in the middle. So we are in cover 3. Now what I'm gonna do here is actually come over here and let's go to it doesn't really matter, you can do out a PAF slide. So all you want to do is actually take circle, put them on an out route. Smart route is out route, take X, put them on a streak. And then I like to take my running back right here, probably put him on a curl, or you can leave him on the route he was on, it doesn't matter. But what you want to do now is actually take this guy right here, motion him out, and then you want to snap the ball. And what's going to happen is we're going to just be able to absolutely I didn't get a pass lead right there, but you want to throw that ball outside, which I'll show you on the replay. I just didn't get the pass lead I was looking for. I was trying to throw it not too hard outside, but I could have just went ahead and bullied it outside. So anyways, the reason that this is going to work is it's going to glitch out this cornerback right here. Notice how he's not going to be able to be back and actually play it. Now I'm actually going to back him off just so you can see it actually does glitch him out. But obviously you just want to throw this ball out here. Notice how we could have easily just pass led this out here, but I didn't get really the animation I was looking for. And also I like to keep this play, so just in case this play isn't open, like maybe they deep half or something, then at least we have a read progression on this left side that you'll come to. If that's the case, you would just make this high low right here. You know, you can just dump it off right here, take you for yards, or if for some reason the user isn't right here, or then maybe they don't have a hook zone right here, then you can just dump that right there. That's why I like to keep the little curl route by the running back. But you can tell that's how that play is going to work. So I'll show you again. Now technically you can do this from any play, so if you wanted to, you could even do this out of halfback wheel. You could take circle, put them on an out route. Smart route is out route. You can take X, put them on a streak. But this post right here is probably going to run that third right into the play, so I would be very careful using the setup, which I believe that's what's going to happen at least. So we'll see right here. So notice how why am I not? They're not letting me throw it outside. Okay, let me try again, because you should be able to pass this ball outside. So we're gonna be in cover 3. I'm gonna go back to halfback wheel just because, but like I said, you can technically do it out of any play in this formation. It's literally up to you at this point. So notice how right here they're just not giving me that, but anyway, you get the point. Literally, I don't feel like playing with it, but you literally see all you have to do is just pass lead to get a great pass lead, and you can even roll out that outside the pocket towards that way. Now a couple things I want to talk about too is slot. This right here, this slot curl. Now I actually like to run this play stock. Sometimes I'll take triangle and put them on a curl route too, or I'll keep them on a swing route. It really just depends, but you really want to look for X or circle. That's normally who's going to be open a lot of times. So notice how circle is going to sit, and you only want to call that versus zone coverage. Listen, only versus zone. So right there, that was cover 3. So I'll show you cover 2. Now this is normally works better versus like your cover 3 or cover 4 drop style defenses, but it still can work against cover 2. You just need to make sure you are reading it correctly. So notice how it's really hard, because that vertical hook is going to do such a great job of playing that route, which is why you need to be very careful versus cover 2. But there's also, you know, automatic cover 2 one play touchdown if they're going to lead this mid read right here, because this is what a mid read does. He's going to take that and sit right here. So that's why cover 2 absolutely does a great job, because this vertical hook is going to play right here, and then also this cornerback gets sucked into this just because of where we are on the field. But if they're playing outside third, not outside third, if they're playing middle third in the cover 2, then you can actually look for I can't talk right now. X to be wide open in the middle. I just couldn't talk for some reason, but that's what you'll be looking for. But also, you know, keep in mind where the user is, because obviously the user has to use one of the vertical hooks. So, you know, that's just what you'll keep in mind right there. So that's why I like that play. It's really nice versus zone blitzes. That's where I usually like to use it from. Now, one variation I may do is actually take square, put them on a hitch, and then I'll put a triangle on a swing route. I like to do this versus cover 2 as well, because it's really going to stress the user, especially if they're putting that guy in the middle third and they're, you know, trying to user somewhere. Then at that point, we'll just be able to make a little quick read. Okay, you know, boom, see X, and then basically we'll read the user between X and square in the middle and on that left side. So that's how I like to play that game right there. Now, last thing I want to talk about is going to be PAF slide. So one of my favorite setups is take a square, put them on a streak, circle on the slant, and then you want to take them, motion them across. Now this setup will beat every single zone in the game. You just want to be able to make a read on it, so you just want to wait. You know, notice how it can hit circle right there in that gap, and then that's pretty much going to stay true to every single coverage. And that crosser slash post is going to do just a great job overall of clearance. So I will show you versus cover 2 real quick. Now versus cover 2, sometimes I take them, put them on an in route just like this instead of a slant, and then it's going to be a little bit slower developing, but we'll be able to hit circle route to break. Notice how circle is open, and then sometimes that mid read is going to match if they leave that mid read out there. So that's what you should be careful on, but a lot of times your receiver will be able to win. But as you're able to tell, we're gonna have circle literally wide open, so you can either put them on a slant or you can put them on an in route, and you're gonna make the user choose between this route and this route up top. Now notice how the mid-read matches, but a lot of times that receiver is gonna be better than that mid-read linebacker, so a lot of times you will be able to make that play on it. Now if for some reason they're running stock cover 2 and they're not putting that guy in the middle third, then literally you could actually just split the safety using halfback wheel. That's literally all I do. Sometimes I'll take this guy right here, and sometimes I like to motion him out just to make that post clear a lot better. But I'll show you that right here. So a lot of times it's going to open up that middle even more. So notice how we can actually attack that middle, or you don't have to do that. Technically it'll work both ways, but it all depends on if they're zone dropping or not. If they're not zone dropping, then I actually like to motion them out. But if they are, sometimes I like to keep them in the slot, and I'll just motion this guy out some. And did I go to cover 2? I think so. No, I played cover 3. Well, my bad. But yeah, versus cover 2, you'll be able to split that. I'll show you here real quick. And then also I want to show you my favorite man coverage setup, and then I'll show you the little gameplay I have, and that'll be the video. So here we go right here. I'm gonna spy those two. But like I said, you can literally just run halfback wheel. You can run it stock. It's great stock versus cover 2. Now you just want to wait, and then you'll be able to hit square. You want to wait for him to get glitched out, and then you'll be able to hit that little seam. But that's why I said I like to motion him out because I find it works a lot better versus cover 2. It used to be really over OP if you just quick snapped it, but to me, I found it better to be that way. Now I'll show you versus zone chuck real quick, and I'll show you versus non-zone check, but I just want to spy these guys real quick so I can actually have enough time. So let's set out the ball right here. So like I said, you just want to buy a little time. You can tell square is going to be able to split those safeties if you motion them out. To me, it works a lot better when you motion them out, you know. But also, I do want to show you without zone chuck so you can see exactly what I was talking about. And then I have a man coverage setup that I love specifically for man or match coverage. So let's go to halfback wheel. I'm motioning him out, then I'm actually going to back him off just so you can see what it looks like if they were to zone drop. So you can see what happens if he doesn't get touched on his route. So it's going to just open up just a whole lot more. I mean, just look at that. I mean, just look how wide open that is. So if they're playing any type of zone drop with their cover 2, that's a play I love to use to attack it. And it's great stock, honestly. It's so good. But last thing I want to talk about before I show you this 4-minute gameplay clip is PAF slide, and I want to show you versus man coverage. This is my favorite play versus man coverage. Now, if they're not playing any purples, I love to do the setup that I showed you where we take square, put them on a streak, circle on a slant, and then motion them across. This setup will absolutely force your opponent to have to play a purple of some kind, because you're either going to have circle on the slant, or depending on your matchup, you'll have X on that crosser route, depending on the matchup. Now, you'd want to put, you know, you'd want to win that matchup, you know, but on practice mode, I'm probably not going to win like that because it's not a Superman win route. It's just if you have a great matchup, he'll win. Now, if you force your opponent to have to play purples of some kind, like this maybe, or something like this, then honestly, there's this one setup that I really, really love. So I'm going to spy these two so I can have a tiny bit of time just to show you. But what you want to do, PAF slide, you want to motion this guy out, put him on a post, and then you want to motion him back, and you actually want to smart route this post route. So what that's going to do is make it ran a little skinnier. And so last setup you want to do is take circle, put him on a slant. So now we have 1, 2, 3 routes that are going to win on man coverage. So, well, should, in theory, they should win on man coverage. And so circle can get open, X can get open. I just want to show you square too. Of course, I'm just going to get the worst throw out of sack, but I'm going to go replay because I'm not going to run it again, and then we'll move right on to gameplay because I don't want to make this video extremely too long. So I appreciate you guys that are still here rocking with me, man. I truly appreciate you guys. But what I wanted to show you is the user is going to have to choose between one of these two. A lot of times the user will follow the slant and then work up here. A lot of times that's normally what most users do. So when you snap this ball, you should already expect that you're gonna be throwing this pass normally. So why I like this is because notice how he's gonna just run straight past that inside third or middle third, and you can actually throw this ball out here. So you want to aim out here and get a possession catch animation, which I want to show you one time because I know it looks like, you know, it's a tough throw, but it's really not that tough throw. And keep in mind, this is practice mode. And also I want to show you worst case scenario too. So like if the middle third's on that side, we'll shade over the top two as well. Now I'm gonna spy those two just so I don't have to worry about anything. So let's go back to PAF slide. Let's take square, motion them out, put them on a post, and then we're gonna take them, motion them in. Then you wanna, you don't have to smart route it, but I prefer you smart route it. I feel like it works a lot better when you smart route it. We're gonna take circle, put them on a slant. Now, if you have enough time, technically you can take the slant and motion it across if you want, but I like to just run it like this. Normally, that's all you're gonna really have time for normally. But watch square, and then you just wanna actually throw it out there. Now, I should have drifted in the pocket more because you wanna roll out that way and then try to throw basically you wanna roll that way and try to aim it towards the sideline. Now, I am a perfectionist. I hate myself for it, so I'm going to actually show you again. just so you can see that it. I don't know. I like to end on a good note, you know, before I show gameplay and stuff like that. Before the video ends, that's just me personally, man. Now I'm gonna take him smart route like this. Let's go ahead and stop the ball so I can show you. Hopefully I get enough time. But like I said, you just want to throw it out there and then just try to possession catch it. But it's a toss-up, you know, it really is a toss-up whether they're going to give you the animation or not. But in game, I find it works a lot better for me because I'm able to throw that pass. But sometimes in practice mode, they just don't let you do certain things. But I don't want to keep wasting you guys' time, so let's hop right into this gameplay. All right, so right here we are going to be matched up against the Seahawks. So like I said, it's really only 2 drives that I got to do on offense because well, after the second drive, my opponent does quit out. So right here, I'm kind of just looking at my audibles. And like I said, my audibles normally stay the same. I was trying to see if I wanted to add another play in there, like take one out, but couldn't really decide. But right here, I chose fullback dive because I wanted to show you guys, you know, just some of the run plays in here and just show you that they do work. So I try to remember to run the ball during the games because I literally always forget. So right there, hopefully, well, I know that's something they should fix on Madden 23 is that if you're in those predicaments where that linebacker shot the gap, I feel like you should be rewarded with some type of animation, even whether it's a break tackle animation or whether it's a, you know, broken hit stick or, you know, something, you know, not just, you know, your player just do nothing. So that's always been a problem and frustrating to me. But anyways, this is a halfback wheel right here. This is the setup I was telling you guys. It's really just a basic flood concept. And you're gonna have a backside post in case things, you know, in case somebody's doing something crazy on the backhand. So that's why I like that. So, anyways, what you're gonna notice right here is that X route, like I told you, even though it's not a man beater, it definitely can win against man coverage. So sometimes it's hard playing practice mode, showing you guys things because I do things on all Madden practice mode. I don't know what other content creators do, but everything I show you guys is on all Madden practice mode. Some people do all pro just to simulate, you know, what you see online because online is all pro. But I like to just show you all Madden just in case, you know, so you can see, you know, how things really work versus like the harder style CPU. But that right there is another one of my favorite setups. Is I should have went outside. I was trying to get a little too sticky. I had no business doing that. Should have just tried to beat him with speed, but that was actually another one of my favorite setups that I forgot to show you. So that was just Z spot, and all I did was take the X receiver and motion him across, and it turns into a nice little post route. And I like to take circle, put him on a streak with that little setup. But right here, I'm thinking he's playing man coverage. So like I said, this is a great man beater. So I was reading his user. I noticed his user was going to come try to play the slant. Waited for him to bite down a little bit, and then we throw it right over the top of his head. So that was just a timing throw right there. He did exactly what I thought he would. And then we got the nice little possession catch right there for the touchdown. So yeah. Oh, also watch this. So going to kick my extra point. Boom. He actually gets the perfect little block. I've never seen that little speed boost before. And he is going to end up taking it to the house. So at this point, I really thought I had a sweat on my hands. Well, I feel like he was going to be a sweat because I've never seen nobody block my kick that smoothly, especially not on the first kick. But we do end up getting the interception, so we are going to be able to have the ball back. And now we're going to be able to go back and try to put some more points on the board. So I was hoping they were going to show the little replay, but we get the ball in good position. Now, I actually do like this play too. It's a simple play. You really can run it stock, or you can take circle and motion them out. But right here, you can also take square, put them on a flat route. Now we have a flat wheel concept. So just in case the user plays hard on the right side, we basically have a double flood concept, if you will. But I noticed he played man. Now, X is normally a man-beating route, especially since he had a linebacker. I know that's Bobby Wagner, but Bobby Wagner's not going to be able to guard CeeDee Lamb like that. So, you know, I just thought about CeeDee Lamb does not have any abilities on him. That is crazy because dude really had a good season last year. Kind of wild. But anyway, right here, this is what I was telling you guys about the similar play to Z spot where we're actually going to take that post motion him out, then smart route it and put circle on a slant. Now we're going to take circle and actually motion him out. And so now we have pretty much 3 routes that's designed to beat man coverage. Now look at X. That's what I was trying to show you guys. That route right there by the Z spot, that's how it normally looks in game. That's why sometimes I hate doing all Madden practice mode because they're just, sometimes the receivers don't get separation when they normally do. But you can tell it's definitely a lot different than the halfback wheel corner route. So right here, look at this, man. Look, twice in a row. I said no. Okay, apparently there's some type of glitch I don't know about to where you can get those blocks every time, because that was literally 2 times in a row. I've never seen that before in my life, never. But yeah, let me know if there's a glitch or something about that because I have no idea. But right here, this is actually the last play of the game that I'm showing you guys. Like I said, I really love this defense. If you guys don't know, well, if you've been following the series, then you do know. But anyways, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Like, watch this. He's gonna go ahead and match. He tried a playmaker, and we're just all over that. Just because we like to do a match style blitz, because we do understand match coverage. But anyways, man, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I guess we'll watch him quit though, because I believe he just X'd out right here. But anyways, man, I appreciate you guys. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.